Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Hunted and we are here with some more high-level professional Rocket League. Another best of 5 for you all. It's FC Barcelona and Dignitas with FCB in the blue, Dig in that orange. And this comes off of the most recent EU regional, just over the weekend in fact. And this a Stage 2 Round 1 matchup, and those Round 1 games don't actually get streamed to either of the two main channels. So a game that I have certainly never seen before, most likely you have never seen before, and I'm very excited to get this one started. These two teams match up quite well against each other, so I would not be surprised to see this go the distance, as FCB really in possession of a majority of the offense so far. That's been one of Dig's struggles I've noticed over the past little while. They've really had a tough time against some of these higher level, faster teams in maintaining that possession and offensive aggression. They typically play a lot of defense, as that's a good transition, just forces Ronicky up to make the play. And when you're playing a lot of defense, you know, it sounds kind of silly, but when you're playing a lot of defense, it can be difficult to get the ball into good shooting areas. You're low on boost typically. You're not really looking for that offensive rotation. You're more of trying to relieve pressure. And there are teams that certainly thrive in transition game, but a lot of these teams want to look for offensive zone time, and Dignitas need to kind of sort that out. So far, they've been kind of on the back foot through these first 2 minutes. As Itachi going to challenge this out of the corner over to Ronicky. Jory is able to play it away, and a pretty good story in these between these two teams. Two players on either side that have made amazing leaps into the scene. Itachi and Jorias, and honestly, just watching Itachi, the young Moroccan player, and how well he's been able to slot in with this FCB team, and just kind of his whole career story leading up to this point. It's hard not to root for the boys in blue right here, but I'm going to do my best, try to stay as level-headed, as unbiased as possible, because this is already turning into a good game. Some solid pressure right here from Dignitas. That double commit's going to hurt, especially as Yukio sends that to the back wall. But it will be a solid clear. Now Violet Panda almost got himself in a little bit of trouble there. Can't quite get the challenge. Will Itachi and Violet Panda, what a way to get out of the zone. The breakout all by himself. You don't see that too often. Need to win a couple of challenges, but here's a good one-on-one. Ronicky almost over the top. Violet Panda able to make the stop there. And now let's take a quick look at how this is going to turn out. Good pass over to Ronicky. That's a relatively easy save for the shooting chance they had right at the top of the box. You kind of want to put that in a tough spot for a defender to make. They forced a double commit, sort of, but it just wasn't enough. You didn't really have a follow-up, because this is going to fall right down in front. And look, you can see Dignitas starting to bunch up a little bit here. Their defense starting to break down. They're low on boost. That is a good challenge by Yukio. Needed to do that. As you can see, Violent Panda and Jory is both looking for some boost. Ronicky plays it in. He owned goals to open the series. An unfortunate way to start the game, but Dignitas, despite not having a whole lot of pressure, they find the first of the game. And now they're in a good position to try to take this one. Jorias actually turns off that ball. I don't think he was expecting the miss. Yukio hits the post there. And my goodness, some missed opportunities on either end, and somehow Dig walking away with the lead. Now they just need to hold on to it. Yukio, I think he got a little bit of a piece of that. I'm not sure. Either way, it falls to Violent Panda, and I'm not sure what's happening right now with FCB. They've kind of backed off the ball a lot. They're trying to maintain this possession, but they keep giving it away at that midfield line, and all of a sudden, all three of them rotating back to their own zone. Joria's almost sneaking that one in near post, as now Ronicky sends that across the box. This will be 12 seconds left to go. Itachi and Yukio, they will meet there. Now this is a corner touch for Ronicky, but the time going to wind down, and despite the pressure from Barcelona, unless they can turn this in here, they won't be able to. Dignitas sneak away with game one. All right, and we are back with game number 2. Looks like we're just going to stay here on Manfield Night. Personally, one of my all-time favorite maps in Rocket League. So no qualms from me. Certainly a great place to play this best of 5. We're now Barcelona struggling a little bit here in the series. Couldn't quite find a goal in that opening game, and Dignitas sneak away with a game 1 victory. Now I wouldn't be surprised to see a pretty good response here from Barca. They're not a team that just rolls over and dies in a game like this. They're definitely going to be looking to continue that pressure. As you can see, Devo very patiently. What a pass, give and go, beauty. Beauty there from Barcelona. If you've ever wanted to see how to execute a give-and-go play, go back and rewatch that, as that was wonderful. From Devo to Ronicky, back to Devo, and into the back of the goal. And now, just exactly what I said, the pressure's going to continue here for Barcelona. They're not going to let Dignitas get the better of them in this game. I have a feeling that this one will go in favor of this blue side, as Devo just hit the post. Again over the top, almost snuck that one in. Look at this pressure now. Ronicky doing his best to make sure he plays some defense. Jury is getting a bit of a fortunate bounce off that crossbar, and they should be able to clear this one down. Now Violent Panda a little bit late to that play. He ends up getting a piece of it, but it's going to put the rest of the team in a bit of an awkward spot as Itachi sends it back in. Oh, not the greatest touch from Yukio. Violent Panda's got to try to do something with this. The bump is good. As now that is not. Okay, I don't think we're going to talk too much about that one. That's probably not a highlight reel play there from Jory. Is a bit of an own goal. We saw the only goal of last game scored off of the bumper of Ronicky into his own net, and now returning the favor a little bit. Well, as it Jory is, and it will put FCB up by 2. Just 3 minutes left to go. And there's another solid passing play. Yukio caught a piece of it, but he can't make the stop. And Barcelona firing back. 3 goals before the half in game number 2. They don't want any kind of shenanigans like we saw in that last game. An own goal to decide game 1. And it was the only goal of the game. That's got to feel kind of bad. But you can tell that the ship has sailed, if you will. It is in the past right now for Barcelona, and they are playing with some fire here, looking to absolutely obliterate this Dignitas defense, who has had to, they haven't seen the blue half of the field pretty much at all this game. They're going to get a little bit of zone time here, but right back the other way as Itachi looks for the pinch. Violent Panda will turn, and now a bit of a breakout. Ooh, Yukio got taken out of the play. I thought maybe they could transition that. But Devo doing his best to make sure that there is no transition. Still, good play at the line from Yukio. This should keep if Violent Panda can get there. I'm surprised Jory has opted to turn. He has to make a big save. Itachi's there for the follow-up. Devo down for the rebound, and that'll just fall in. I think that was Devo's hat trick. It was a hat trick for Devo, who has been playing extremely well in this game. But a surprising turn from Jory, as you'd think they'd want to keep that ball in. Maybe he didn't think he had the boost, or he didn't have a proper angle. Maybe thought Violent Panda would be able to play it better, as that's another give and go to score. And it's 5-0 now for Barcelona. And Dignitas really trying to do all they can just to break this shutout. With 1:25 left, we'll see if they can do it. But this will certainly be a tied-up series heading into game number 3. And I kind of feel I don't know. It feels good to have been right about my prediction about this game. Barcelona is not a team that will take a very close, kind of almost undeserved loss lightly. They're not going to come out feeling bad about themselves. They're not going to play slowly or anything like that. They're going to come out with a bit more fire, and they certainly have shown that in this game. There's maybe another opportunity here. That's going to go over the head of Devo. It does bounce up to Itachi. Roniki's there. Doesn't even need the touch. Let the young player score. And it's 6-0. 41 seconds left to go. We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. Yeah, look at that. There's maybe another opportunity. No. Look at that. 3 goals for Devo. 4 assists for Itachi in this game. Spreading the love is FCB. But not much else really to say about this. We talked about the Dignitas defense in Game 1. They were put to the test here, could not hold up to the passing. Oh, off the post. Thought Ronicky was going to get his hat trick there. But the passing has been clean, as maybe they'll get one back. No, Devo, the stop. I thought maybe they could break the shutout there, give themselves a little bit of momentum for the next game. But right now, Barcelona manhandling this Dignitas squad. And the ball not coming down. Will they get another one? No, not quite. 6-0 final of game number 2. We'll head into the second one, or the third one, I should say, tied up at 1. Okay, so game 3 still on Manfield night. I can dig it. I again, I really do love Manfield night. I'm down with playing all these games on Manfield. But we are underway with this third game. Series tied at 1. Big win for Barcelona in the last one, 6-0. And now looking to get that pressure started yet again. As Jorias might have an opportunity. No, that just falls a bit wide. And what I really do like about this setup for these regionals and the grid and things like that, while some certainly have voiced their dislike or their disappointment with how the format has gone so far, I really love all of these games that we get. I mean, for the fact that I can come into this replay here and watch a series that I haven't yet watched just because it was a bit of an extra series or it happened in a round that they weren't streaming. That's awesome to me that I can come in, take a look at this matchup, and whether it's an important one or not, or it's two high level, best of the best teams, or if it's a bubble team and whatever, it's awesome how much Rocket League there is. As Ronicky over to Devo, the passing continues. And it's 1-0 Barca going to take an early lead. And I guess that's a bit of enough about the format and how much I enjoy it. Let's get back into this game. Right now, we talked about it. The passing is crisp. It's clean here from Barcelona, and that is a problem for Dignitas. They need to start sending some bodies into these passing lanes. Getting demos like Yukio did right there on Ronicky, good idea as well, but they're not playing aggressive enough for my liking at the midfield line or at the top of the box, trying to cut off these passing plays. It's just free plays back and forth, and it opens a ton of space as this one's just going to bounce down. Ronicky up in the air, looking for a rebound shot. No problem for Yukio. And you can tell, I mean, nothing's really getting scored off the back wall. There's not a whole lot of rebound chances as Violent Panda going to be able to make that play. All of the goals right now have come from Barcelona finding midfield and infield passing plays. And if you're Dignitas, that needs to be taken care of swiftly. They should have solved that problem in the last game. But still, they let these passes go. I would really love to see Yukio be a little bit more aggressive in trying to throw himself in between these plays. This is a good transition, maybe an opportunity. Back wall, Joria's pass to Yukio, but it's right onto Itachi. I'm sure Yukio will want that shot back. Didn't really get all of it as 2 minutes left to go. Still a 1-0 game for Barca. Looking very similar to game one, though Barca is in the lead. This is a rebound play. Roddicky should be able to knock that home. Oh, he hit the post. I thought that was a goal for sure there from Roddicky. But again, we stay 1-0. Now is Violent Panda again going to throw this back in. Jurias has Yukio. There's a pass. Steve almost got in front of it, but he can't make the touch. And Yukio will slam it home to tie the game at 1. So very, very interesting. A 1-1 tie with just a minute 15 left to go. Here's a good pop-up up to Roddicky. That's underneath Yukio. Oh, that's in the net. What happened? Nobody from Dignitas able to touch that one away, and it's 2-1 in a fashion I certainly didn't expect there. And now Barcelona, they could walk away with a bit of a sneaky victory here as well if they can hold on for these next 2 minutes, or next minute, I should say. That's over the head of Yukio. Now Roddicky in a one-on-one. He's got to score this one. This will certainly put the game away. Good move from Roddicky over Violent Panda, and we have a 2-goal lead now for Barca, and what should be a 1-game series lead once these final 45 seconds or so tick away. As, again, Dignitas, I think this was a better game from them. They definitely seem to be playing a bit more aggressive. They've had more zone time than in game number 2. But a couple of weak goals really going to hurt them. A bit of a whiff from 2 Dignitas players for the second goal of the game for FCB, and then the solo effort from Roddicky beating Violent Panda. Goals that are preventable if you are Dignitas, and now all of a sudden you've got to try to come from behind. You've got 2 games. Got to win both of them. As a solid performance from Barca, and we'll head into game 4 with them in the lead. Here we go. Game 4 underway. Barcelona walking away with a bit of a cheeky victory there. Sure, not exactly how they drew it up, but they'll take it as Violent Panda. That's a good pass over to Yukio. Roddicky ends up losing control of the ball a bit there, but he still finds the pass to Devo off the crossbar. Can Itachi make it work? No, it just doesn't quite work out. I thought Roddicky absolutely fabricated that play from nothing, but unfortunately the crossbar will say otherwise. Crossbar doesn't like highlight plays, man. It's one frustrating thing as a commentator. Hate to see the crossbar be the star of the game, but that is how we begin. 4:10 left to go. Dignitas facing down this match point. I wonder if we go to game 5, because again, this was not on stream. I wonder if they will change the map to Champfield just for the sake of it. I highly doubt it. I would love it if they did. I think it would be hilarious if they did. But, again, we are here on Manfield Night, if you were wondering. No change of scenery this time. And I do think that the maps, you know, there's definitely a debate whether we should bring back the Rocket Labs maps or any kind of non-standard map. And I don't know. I'm kind of, I'm in between. And that sounds like a cop-out answer. I, as a commentator, would probably really enjoy watching these teams play on those maps, as Roddicky almost broke through there. But as someone who appreciates competitive integrity and things like that, I think that watching these teams play on the standard map kind of allows the meta to develop a little bit more. But that said, if they focused and actually, you know, really practiced the Rocket Labs maps, things like that, I think obviously we could see them turn those into some highly optimized games. But either way, that is a discussion for another time. That actually sounds like an interesting video idea. I might do something with that a little bit later. We'll see. But half the game gone. Game 4, still no score. Double demo there. This is going to open up some space for Violent Panda. Devo, solid touch on the ball, though. Now, Yukio might be able to do something with that. No, it does bounce away. Itachi has to try to challenge Violent Panda. As Devo back to the midfield line. Jorias. He'll keep it in for the moment. And let's go ahead, turn this around, and really see how this Dignitas offense starts to work. Violent Panda, always kind of that third man lurking for the orange side. Has to make a challenge on Devo there. This could be dangerous as Ronicky gets an open look. And just as I say, I want to see how the rotation works out for Dignitas. It kind of breaks down a little bit. I think there was a miscommunication, but it doesn't matter as Yukio gets given a gift. That kind of escaped me. I didn't realize there were two players stuck on the Dignitas half there for FCB, and the giveaway at the midfield line from Devo. Certainly going to get punished there, and all of a sudden, a 1-0 game for Dignitas. If they win this game again, 1-0, and it's off of that. They win a game off of an own goal, 1-0, and now they're currently winning a game 1-0 off of a giveaway at midfield that turns into a free goal, as this could be one. It screams to me that this is FCB's series to lose, right? Like, they have won 2 solid games. They've played well in both of their wins, and they've played very well in both of their, well, I don't know if this is going to be a loss, but their current loss here in this game. And it just screams to me that it's up to FCB if we do head to Game 5, as Violent Panda will most likely make that happen. It screams to me that FCB can decide the outcome of this series with this next game. Assuming that they don't come back in the next 40 seconds, still an opportunity. But, you know, I haven't been terribly impressed with Dignitas' play. They've really felt kind of blah to me on the offensive side. Their defense, of course, has been great, as it normally is. Outside of maybe game number 2. Will they get one back? No, just a bit wide. Outside of game 2, I think the defense has been good for Dig, but the offense just has been lackluster. They really haven't earned too many goals, if you will. And not to say that, you know, earning a goal counts for any more than not earning a goal, but you can't rely on the enemy team to make huge mistakes all the time for you to win games, which now 2 shutouts from Dig will force us into a game number 5. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's head on over to this 5th game. All right, here we are. Game number 5. 5 minutes on the clock. Decider early on in the day between these teams. And we knew it would be a close matchup. As I mentioned in that first game, both teams, they line up very well against one another. Though again, I will just make the point that I do think FCB has played a better series up to this point. But just because you're playing a little bit better doesn't necessarily mean you're going to take the victory, so we'll see how this one plays out. What a giveaway! That's just free. You can't do that. If you're Barcelona, there's miscommunication, nobody able to find the touch, and another gift given to Dignitas. Do they win this game as well off of the back of that? I would be appalled if that were the case. It's crazy to me to think that this could very well be the end, though there is a ton of time, certainly. But man, it would be such a heartbreaker if FCB lost the series that way. This will be Itachi. Gonna play it back to Ronicky. Yukio now. Trying to get some offense rolling. Itachi wants to get it back to the midfield line. That's over the head of Violent Panda. And I need to start seeing some more possession here. Good pass through midfield, but it doesn't turn into too much. Really want to see FCB find the passes. There's one. Ronicky top shelf. And again, Dignitas cannot defend against these midfield passing plays. That one was right out in front of the box as well. It's not like there was a huge give and go or any kind of deception on behalf of FCB. They're just finding crisp, clean passes, and really fantastic shots. Ronicky has had a day with the shooting. And Devo as well. I mean, this has to be, this whole regional for Devo was so well played, in my opinion. It didn't turn into a victory for them, obviously, in the in the playoffs. They didn't quite make it to the finals, which I guess, spoiler alert, probably should have said that. But I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you've already watched the regional. But it's unfortunate that it didn't turn into a victory for them. But it is awesome to see Devo playing this way, playing back to that level that we know he can play at. And, of course, Ronicky and Itachi as well. Two great teammates to have. And, again, I really think that this Barca team has a lot to look forward to moving forward. Right now, they are still trapped in this 1-1 affair against Dig. Yukio almost beat out the defender there. And again, this is a game 5. This is intense. This is how you start your day. You don't want to lose the first of the day here for either of these two teams. And it's going to be a slugfest as Itachi will score the pass out in front. And again, it's Violent Panda just unable to make the save. And he has been left out to dry in this series. You've seen him on the goal line for so many of these goals. And he hasn't a chance, not even a prayer of a chance for Violent Panda to make these saves because nobody is getting in these passing lanes. Barca has come back from that 1-goal deficit. They've got a lead. 1:35 left to go. Jorias has to make a save. And if FCB get one more here, I think we can safely call this game over and done with, as the offense has really been lackluster for Dignitas. I'm not quite sure what they need to change. You know, I still think they give away possession a little bit too much in the midfield. They need to clean that up, certainly. They are just a bit slow to a couple of challenges on the offensive side. Not sure if it's hesitation or maybe it's just FCB playing a bit too fast for their liking right now. But it has been a struggle all split long for Dignitas. And I'm not sure. I hate to speculate about roster moves and if players fit in with different rosters, but something's got to change, I think, for the next split for Dig, whether it's a stylistic change or a roster move, something like that. But either way, they are trying to battle back. 25 seconds left to go. Itachi going to waste some time. This will bounce out to Ronicky. Actually ends up taking a shot. Juryu's going to make that play, and that's a bit of an ill-advised play there from Ronicky. I mean, it's great if you score it, but I was expecting him just to play it into the corner to try to waste time. Speaking of time, there's only 5 seconds left to go, and unless Dignitas can somehow turn this in, that's going to be a nice little pop-up, but Ronicky just will play it down to Itachi, and this looks like it's an FCB victory. Though there's still a little bit of hope. Yukio's got to get around it. He'll keep it up, and Roniky's there. Oh, off the post, doesn't matter. Game over, and the series goes to Barca in a close game 5. 2-1. There is your scoreboard there. And look at the shot total. My goodness, just a bombardment of shots on goal from Barca. Dignitas, absolutely no answer. 4 saves from Jorius, though. And we saw him certainly getting in front of those plays, but alas, just a bit too little from Dignitas. So that will complete this series. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if you did, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you'd like to see in the future, especially if you have a matchup you'd like to see. And yeah, again, thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.